Boss tools changed hoof trimming as we know it today when they combined the unique properties of the chain disc and their specially designed power tool. Both the tool and the disc work in harmony to produce a one-of-a-kind power hoof trimming system. The chain disc was originally patented for use in the power wood carving industry. In 2005, Boss Tools began doing some research and found that this chain disc technology could be adapted to the hoof trimming industry. The chainsaw blade is recognized as one of the greater inventions of our day. It's a great cutting tool. We found that if you modify the properties of a chainsaw blade, reshape it, resize it, make it smaller, and run it faster, then you create a set of characteristics. No longer a chainsaw blade, but a round chain disc, the Cdisc. One of the unique things about the chain disc blade is the cutter tooth. You can actually change the way the tooth cuts and performs by changing different elements of the tooth in combination. We manipulated, modified, and tested various combinations of these elements until we had developed a cutter tooth designed to cut the density of hoof material. The Cdisc is composed of 8 chain links and 2 mounting washers. The discs are 2 inches in diameter, rotate counterclockwise, and spin at 15,000 revolutions per minute. Each cutter tooth is coated with tungsten carbide. This helps the tooth stay sharper for a long period of time. Size of cut: 5 mm wide by 10 mm long by 1 mm deep. The round shape and 2-inch diameter of the disc causes the depth gauge to be directed into the hoof to make contact and start the cutting process. To cushion the impact of the depth gauge, there is a ramp on the leading side of the cutter tooth. The ramp helps minimize chain vibration and increases the operator's control of the Cdisc. When the depth gauge strikes the hoof, it causes the Cdisc to bounce ever so slightly, and with the speed of the disc, this bounce keeps the cutter tooth up and away from the hoof, keeping the cutter tooth from cutting the hoof. With no downward pressure, the Cdisc is theoretically running on the depth gauge. The fast speed resulting in centrifugal and opposing centripetal force and the bounce of the depth gauge keeps the cutter tooth from engaging the hoof. In fact, most people report that the tool gives them the sensation that the disc is floating. To get out of the floating mode and engage the disc, you simply apply a little pressure to the Cdisc. The light pressure moves the chain out of the floating mode. This allows the cutter teeth to begin removing the hoof material. Simply release the pressure, and the Cdisc disengages. The trimming motion is from side to side with the disc in a vertical up and down position, cutting perpendicular to the direction of travel. It produces a small almond-shaped sliver of hoof material, less than 1 mm thick. The hoof boss performs best when it is used with a minimum amount of effort. This is one of those tools that you wanted to do all the work. The design of the power tool that drives the Cdisc is a balance between speed, power, tool weight, shape, length, width, and proper weight distribution to a safe and controllable power tool designed for hoof trimming. The instant on and off paddle lets the user operate the tool with one hand, while the green safety tab automatically locks the tool in the off position, minimizing unintentional starting. Please visit our website at www.myBossTools.com for more information on how to order and our 30-day money-back guarantee.